and Ice. Again, we are doing the PvE school, and we've been having a ton of fun doing this, honestly. What we got planned for you next is going to be actually pretty interesting because it's very overwhelming. I mean, if I showed you just like a fraction of what I wrote down, I mean, that's just what I'm going to talk to you about. But it's going to go quick because this stuff is quick and it's easy to learn. A lot of stuff you carry over from PvP anyway. So what we're going to talk to you about first on the agenda, you know, like I titled it, you know, what do I do next, where I go from here, what the heck, Mr. Stryker, I am lost and confused, that make it idiot proof. So we're going to help you just kind of follow the yellow brick road real easy. So quest, missions, and events. Then we're going to talk to you about heroes, so your soldier, your constructor, ninja, and outlander. And then the skill and research tier. Why? Because this is pretty much what they're going to walk you through for the first, you know, few missions. And then after you get the hang of it, I mean, it's just plug and play. And before you know it, you know, you're going to be in Twine Peaks, you know, living like a fat kid. So let's check this out. First, quest and missions. They literally hold your hand for the first few of these. If I remember correctly, I mean, they just put you into it. They don't even really let you choose anything else but the quest that you have to do. But let's pretend it's a regular day and I'm just logging in. Okay, obviously you're not going to be on this mission. What's cool too is in Stonewood and Plankerton, they actually lay out the missions for you. So I mean, it's going to be a no-brainer if you're trying to match up stuff with somebody else. You'll be able to see what you're going to have to do next. So it just makes it easy to, you know, play. So with that though, so if I were just to play, I touched on this a little bit in the last one. You know, if Ice or I were both playing, this is what would happen. I would say, hey, Ice, what missions do you have to do right now? What missions do you have to do, Ice?
I have to do repair the shelter, evacuate the shelter, right cat go to.
Cool. So here's the cool thing. I already knew before he even said that I was going to be able to probably do my mission because I looked, smash 3 anomalies and successful missions in a 52. Well, I played long enough to know, guess what, those are going to be in most of these missions. So we can match up. Now I'm just going to be like, hey, what's your favorite mission of those? And I'm going to tell him I like evac because they're quick, and he's going to say whatever, okay? But with that, let's pretend you don't want to go ahead and look for it. You can literally just come here and press X. Boom shakalaka. But I do want you to pay attention to something else. Because sometimes, you know, it does get a little grindy and maybe just need a little something different. If you look over to the left of the screen, you're going to see something that says View Event. So I'm going to go ahead and press square, okay? When you do that, it's going to bring up what's going on right now, which is the Blockbuster Event. So as you can see, if you were to just play this through, okay, you can press L2 or R2, it toggles you through. But as you play through, you start getting rewards. Oh my gosh, a legendary. Oh my gosh, more tickets. V-Bucks? Oh, a mythic hero. You know, V-Bucks? More tickets? Another hero. Actually, this was the first that I know of that gave you 2 different mythics in the same one. So that was definitely cool. They're doing a lot of good stuff, like we touched on last time. So I'm going to go back here real quick. So I look at mine, okay, anomalies, like I said, I could go to just about any mission, and there's most likely going to be anomalies there. So that's pretty simple stuff. And if you're ever kind of curious, like, hey, you know what, like, Stryker told me to try to bang out 2 birds with 1 stone. How can I do that today? Okay, well, I'm going to go over my quest line, and, hey, real quick, I did my dailies, bro. Do you have any dailies left on yours, real quick?
Dailies?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
No? Okay, give me a random daily. Doesn't matter, anything.
Let's see. Random daily. Bunkers. Locate the bunkers.
Thank you. Good. I was hoping you
Fire
would say.
trucks.
Cool. So he says bunkers. Okay, well, dang. I know I'm going to have to go to somewhere that's out in the grasslands, you know, because they have lots of bunkers out there. Or maybe he says, oh, you know what? I need fire trucks, like you just said. Well, where are their fire trucks? Well, I know there's a bunch of them in the city. Oh, look at that. Ride the lightning in the city. Probably going to be anomalies. I'll get my daily done at the same time as getting my regular quest done. Easy peasy, okay? How do you know that? You go to your quest page. It shows you everything you got to do. Generally, it's actually pretty easy to match these things up. Like I said, they do that on purpose because they know they're going to be giving certain dailies out to you, and they've done a lot better job with the logistics side of it. So good for you, Fortnite. Okay, so that, like I said, super simple stuff. Pay attention to your event, because shoot, if you can do an event at the same time as doing your daily, at the same time as doing your regular mission, oh my god, now you're really trucking along. This next section though is probably one of my favorite things to talk about, because they did a really good job. Not just with the weapons and the traps, but the heroes in this game, they're awesome. So when I look at the heroes, what would you say is your favorite, bro? A bit about it in the last one, but what's your favorite?
Soldier, Outlander.
Those are your favorites? Cool. Why? Why do you like them?
Well, for starters, Soldier, good for up close combat and far away. If there's a big herd of zombies, great. Whereas the Outlander's good for farming, good for killing, and good for speed runs, exactly.
And that's a good point. You brought up a really good point. But by the way, I did want to say hello to the Game Inc. and Levi Lucas. Levi says he wants some free weapons. Do you remember how we get free weapons? How do we get free weapons? Pretty simple, right? Do you know what we do? Oh, come on, anybody.
Subscribe.
Read the description. I'll tell you what.
Subscribe.
There you go. So Levi, if you subscribe and you get me 2 more people to subscribe to the channel, all you got to do right now, I know what number I'm at. You tell me who the other 2 people are. I double check when I do. Just as simple as you coming and picking up the weapon. We shake hands and we get to make a new friend. I don't even have Save the World. Oh, what a bomber, man. You're killing me. Well, whenever you do get it, I was just reading up on this. They do plan on still giving it out in 2018. So, if anything, if you just want to support the channel, please do. We would appreciate it. Mean a lot to me personally. But then also, later on down the road, we got your back. But, so, just a little bit about each one. So, real simple stuff. We talked on it, in the last video, but soldiers have some pretty cool abilities. I know you're a soldier a lot. What are some of those abilities called?
Some of those abilities: assault, critical damage, phase blast. Whereas phase blast is better for Outlanders, where you get a squad bonus, and I'll let you explain about the squad bonus.
Okay. What's that one where he smashes down on the ground?
Oh, what do you call it? I'll just find it for you.
I put him on the spot.
But you get Going Commando, that's the minigun. You get War Cry, you get Shockwave.
Oh, what's the one with the great grenades that everybody wants?
Grenades, left and right you get War Cry.
That's another good one.
Frag grenade, you've got the mythic, so you can explain that.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, I'll check it. Ooh, wrong button. My apologies. Yeah, dude, I just got him. Where is he? Yeah, actually I got a couple. I didn't realize this, dude. I have 3. 3 of my mythics are all freaking soldiers. I put my Constructor in the freaking, oh god, in the collection book. I'll get to that later. But everybody wants Master Grenadier for whatever reason. I think I've used her 1 time. And that was just because I had to do a mission. But here's a really good way to find out. You can just scroll to the bottom. That's usually where the better stuff's at. So you can see she has Shockwave, but Cluster Bomb ready. Cluster Bomb releases 6 cluster explosions around the impact site that will each do 25% of the original damage. And then keep out. It says leaves a residual energy field doing 15% of the original grenade blast damage every 1 second for 10 seconds. Pretty much that's just an AoE, or area of effect. It's just a damage that keeps on going and going and going. So really good when you're in a bind. Not just that, but gives you time to kind of get away too. So, we were just talking about it, Ice and I. Fortnite's very smart. They do things on for very specific reasons, but you're an Outlander to begin with for the simple fact of they're just a really good overall character. That's why you see so many people being the Outlander. I'm sorry, Outlander, God, the soldier is what I meant to say. But the Constructor, this is a really interesting class because, let me see, you know what? If you ever are curious as to who you want and what you want to gear towards, the easiest way to do it, go to collection book, go to your heroes. Here's going to be your main heroes, okay? So I'm going to go to constructors and mega base. Preview it. Oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't put them in the book. I'm going to double check that in a second. You know what? I got to know now. Let's find out. Circle button, your best friend. Heroes. Scroll down here. Is he not on a survivor mission or something? Dude, where the hell is he? Okay, here's a great example. We use power base knocks. Okay. Yeah, he's recycling. Alright. If you look, a lot of these constructors have something called base. Now, if you ever go into a mission and your brick or your wood or your steel all of a sudden gets connected by this beautiful, what looks like almost angelic glue that holds it all together, makes it look like something out of a freaking Lego movie, you most likely have a constructor on your team, and they probably put their base down. So for power base knocks, and a lot of times if you look at their name, it'll kind of tell you what they're going to do. I mean, power base, what's probably going to have something powerful to it? Well, this one obviously alters the matter, right? But affected walls would do energy damage to any enemy that strikes the wall with a melee attack. Now I'm saving myself on traps, right? So I'm not having to worry about putting up wall spikes. That's pretty good stuff. I mean, knowing that you can count on your base to kind of attack back. Just neat, something cool he does. But all of them have these cool little add-ons that you just kind of got to play around with, look into, read, and I'm sure you'll find the one that would work for you. But again, we were talking about this too. It's a very specific character. I mean, if you have somebody who plays with you all the time that likes to be a constructor, love on that person, because they're going to be building most of the mission. So while you're out farming or getting chests and doing this and doing that, they're building a base for you so you can complete the mission. So make sure you guys are always kind to your constructors. But one of my personal favorite classes, the ninja class, the cloak star. Man, I was, oh man, what's that word? I was skeptical about him because he really just focuses on ninja stars. Let me tell you, this dude's pretty freaking OP. I really wish that he did have the ninja slash, but that's nor here nor there. But my personal favorite, and I've gotten a lot of people onto this guy, he's in the store right now, Dragon Scorch. Ninjas can do all types of things. They're just fast, super fast. Actually, I think a couple of them can run as fast as you if you're on a hoverboard. I mean, that's pretty intense. The reason they came out with the hoverboard is because people were getting jealous that ninjas were just running and taking their stuff. But if you look at this, though, he has something called Breath of the Dragon. Dragon slash, so a lot of them, they do this slash where it's, oh my gosh, how many tiles is it? Let me look real quick. I want to say it's shadows. There it is. Okay. This one says 2 tiles, and then it adds like another tile, so that's 3, and then it may add another one. So like maybe 2, 3, 4 tiles, something like that. But here's the cool thing: it doubles its area of effect. So like, if you're doing a storm shield and there's just a cluster of them, I can't tell you how many times like my buddies have been attacked, like just swarmed to where you can't move. I just come in and do one ninja slash and they're all gone, and just walk away. I mean, just cool stuff. But ninjas are neat because you don't have to build a lot with them. You can do lots of double jumping, and if you're crafty with just little builds, you can get pretty much anywhere you're trying to get to. So really cool class, but a lot of people have moved over to Outlanders, and it's something I highly suggest just because there's a lot of trading, which I don't really agree with. I mean, I'm not a big trader. I'll do, I'll help my friends, but aside from that, I'm really giving, not really trading. If anything, it's like, hey man, try this weapon out. Oh, yo, try this out. And that's the way I kind of suggest how to do it, so you don't have to worry about wasting your time, but we'll get into that later. But 2 of my personal favorites, and this is just all preference. I love Stryker AC. Obviously, my name's Stryker. He spells his differently. Mine's the right way. But I just like him because he has this thing called iron knuckles, or whatever they call him. He just punches through, things, and if I punch through a rock, let's say, like in 10 seconds, I get that punch back. So super clutch. And then also they have something called, all these Outlanders have something called work, not all of them, but the majority, where it's increased harvesting weapon damage. So if you're going out just trying to farm, that's what an Outlander's for. You know, they go out, they find loot, they farm. It's just super easy to use them. Plus, they have things like loot llamas. You just find those little fragments. You see the blue ones and pink ones all over? If you pick up a pink one, that gives you a loot llama. Pick up the blue, it gives you a teddy. So again, you have to just read into all these characters and some of the things they're doing with them. And, you know, you'll figure out which one works best for you. But this last part is super duper important. The skill tree. Okay. So right back to where do I go? Well, you're going to have to do the mission, okay? I was thinking about this, and back, I want to say it was back here. I wrote the note down because I couldn't remember the exact date. But I think it was back in March. Yeah, okay. So as of March 8th of this year, Fortnite made it to where you couldn't just jump into a party with your friends and have them drag you through the entire Stonewood. Okay? Fun fact about Stonewood, it's 35 missions. Okay? By the time those 35 are done, what is it, 600 I wrote down? Was that it? Yeah, you get 600 V-Bucks just by completing Stonewood. Ice, do you remember how long it took me to get out of Stonewood?
4 days.
4 days? Yeah, something like that. I mean, if that, and even then, I was only playing a couple hours. Do I got a friend code? Oh, hold on one second. Let me answer these people. 1 second. My first account. Yeah, so my first account actually has the Founders Pack. Yeah, and it's level, like, I want to say 101 or something like that now. But anyway, if anybody's wondering if I have a code, I'm sorry I don't. You're going to be, like, good luck finding one. I get that question all the time. Let me tell you, though. It cost $10 for 1,000 V-Bucks. Alright, is that right? Okay. Or you can spend 40 bucks, and I guarantee you within 1 month, if you do my Strykers plan, if you do it, I've already gotten well over the 4,000 V-Bucks it cost me to get this. Not to mention, like, all the other cool free stuff I get. You know, they work together. So, I mean, if you're getting free V-Bucks from both, like, oh man, I want to play PvP this month. Oh, you know, I want to play PvE this month. Oh, my friend, and it's just cool because it gives you freedom on both accounts. I don't got money. Man, dude, like, I wish I had it for you. You know, the more you guys sub, the better off it's going to be for me. I'm really hoping that, you know, Epic Games recognizes what we're trying to do, because we're doing this for more than just us, man. Like, you know, we're doing it because we want to help people out, especially people if you have disabilities. You know, we want to be here just to help you. We're creating a community. And what's neat, though, is if you can hang on, just be patient, watch these videos for the next couple months so you know what to do. They still plan on giving it out for free. But if you can't wait until then, 40 bucks. If you're going to spend that in V-Bucks anyway, you might as well do it. But right back to this. They are going to drag you through those quests. They're going to drag you through the missions. But here's the biggest part, too. Your skill tree. So as you see, you have no other option but to go to the right. First thing, harvesting tool damage. Great. Now your harvesting tool is not going to feel like you're using a piece of paper to beat up a rock. Oh, would you look at that? Now you're going to get your first 2 survivors. We'll get to that in a second. And now you have your research. Why is that important? Research tier. Oh my goodness. What are those? I'm going to do an entire section on what's called fort. Fortitude is your health. Offense, O is, you know, is your offense. R is your resistance, so that's your shield. And then T is for your tech, so like gadgets or the ninja slash like we were talking about, or the teddy for the Outlander. If you look though, you can see them clearly labeled. The top left offense, top right fortitude, bottom right resistance, bottom left tech. So self-explanatory. If you can't figure that out, hit me up. We'll try to help you out in another way. But I got my name subbed in like, I love how your voice is almost. What's ASMR? What does that mean?
I have no idea. You get some people that do ASMR, like meditations and stuff. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, dude, we've been up for a minute making these videos. Yeah, I will at some point share this personal story I got going on, but we've been grinding. But put it to you this way. I got this account 3.5 weeks ago. I've been playing. I'll show you. A lot of people are like, there's no way. Daily rewards, boom, 27 days. You should be able to see that. Oh, now you know I'm not BSing. I'm definitely not playing all day long because I have work. But with that said, it's just a simple program. You do exactly what I tell you to do, and you're going to be caught up to your other friends in no time. But with that said, it's super important to think smart when you do these, okay? So for example, if you see these little people right here, okay? Those are so important. I can't express enough. I'll do a whole thing on them, and I'll do a real quick one on it here in 2 seconds. But there's something else you might notice. Notice how there's little ones and big ones? Alright, little one, big one. Little one, big one. The little one gives you extra power. The big one gives everybody in your party extra power. Now, if it would show you, which I don't think it will, but I'll double check. Let me look on the stream. If I do this, it might just hide your name for privacy. Let's find oh, it doesn't. Okay, cool. So if you're looking, you can see it has it all lined up to spell fort. Well, Ice Killer, he's giving me 163 fortitude, 183 offense, 150 resistance, 162 tech. Okay, he's giving that to me because we're teamed up together. Something else that's really interesting is if you look, my actual level is not 64 right now, it's 58. His actual level is not 57, it's 63. Here's what happens. We are boosting each other up. So if we get 2 more people in here that are about our level, we're going to go up even higher. Does that make sense? So that's how a group is stronger together, and that's how, if we're all trying to do, let's say, 58 level, you know, freaking, I don't know, ride the lightning with 4 58s, we are going to absolutely destroy that mission. So with that said, super simple stuff, but this is why else it's important. If you go over, you'll see something called squads, survivor squads. Again, I'm gonna have to do an entire thing on this because this is complicated to explain, but it's really not complicated once you understand it. But you give yourself fort stats as well. But right underneath that, you're gonna see something called bonuses. It's gonna be extremely important. But not to complicate things, you have 8 of these, okay? 2 for each one. So EMT and your training team, that's for fortitude. Fire team and your close assault, that is for your offense. Gadgeteer and training team is, Gadgeteer and scouting is for your resistance. And then Corps of Engineering and Think Tank is going to be for your tech. Really simple stuff. I'm not going to confuse you too much. I do want to show you this. There's 2 different parts to this, okay? You have what's called your leaders, and then you have your survivors, okay? Really simple. Don't let it confuse you right now, okay? You can see that there's symbols and stuff on them. If I back out, here's a perfect prime example, okay? This is how you're going to level up when you get into the higher levels. It's the only way you can. Otherwise, you get stuck at a plateau and you don't go anywhere. This right here is the reason I leveled up so fast in this game, and I pushed through so much faster than everybody else, is because I have an extensive knowledge of this. But that's for later. Aside from that, do you have anything else to add, Ice? My man Ice, do you have anything else you want to add?
Nope.
No?
That's just showing
Cool.
the survivors and everything to know.
Right. Now watch this. This is how important these survivors are. You see I'm a level 64. Just to kind of give you a little teaser. Let's see. I'm going to sort it by level. I'm going to go to this. It's the lowest level I got. 1, 2. Oh my god, I'm a 65 now. Just because I increased my survivor. That's what I'm talking about, folks. So anyway, I'll get to that later. Y'all have been great. Thank you for asking questions. We'll have another stream on probably about 5, maybe 10 minutes. We'll be talking about weapons and traps. And then upgrading rarity. I'll do another one down the road on the skill tree, just separately, to show you some of the things you're going to want to aim for and some of the cool things to look out for. But either way, it's been great. I hope you all have a blessed night, and please invite your friends, even if you don't have PvE. Send me a friend request, send Ice a friend request. We want to get to know you, and peace out.
Peace out.